The book I chose is The Very Little Red Riding Hood by Heapy and Heap. Very Little Red Riding Hood was going to her grandma's for a sleepover. "I go see Grandma with cakes," said Very Little Red Riding Hood. "Yes, my love, I know," said her mummy. "Off you go. Be gentle with Grandmama and don't break anything." "Bye-bye, my mummy," said Very Little Red Riding Hood. So Very Little Red Riding Hood set off for Grandmama's house. She hadn't gotten very far when she met a wolf. "A foxy," said Very Little Red Riding Hood. She gave him a big hug. "Aren't you scared?" asked the wolf. "I'm not scared. I'm Very Little Red Riding Hood. That's what I am," said Very Little Red Riding Hood. "I go see Grandmama with cakes," said Very Little Red Riding Hood. "Oh, good," said the wolf. "Can I have one?" "No," said Very Little Red Riding Hood. "No, touch my cakes." The wolf tried again. "Can I come too?" "No," shouted Very Little Red Riding Hood. "Go away." The wolf tried once more. "Look at these lovely flowers," he said. "We could pick some for your grandmama." "No!" screamed Very Little Red Riding Hood. "Not yellow flowers, red!" So they picked some red flowers. "Come on, Foxy," said Very Little Red Riding Hood. "We go this way. Chase me." So the wolf had to chase Very Little Red Riding Hood all the way to Grandmama's house. Very Little Red Riding Hood knocked on Grandmama's door. "I come see you, Grandma. Look, cakes," she said. "Well, it's lovely to see you, dear," said Grandmama. And then, "Help! There's a wolf on the doorstep." "I come for sleepover," said Very Little Red Riding Hood firmly. "I got my bag, and red teddy, and my cups, and my blanket. Foxy, do you want a cup of tea?" "He can't come in," said Grandmama. "Oh, Grandma, it's only Foxy," said Very Little Red Riding Hood. So the wolf came in and took a cup of tea from Very Little Red Riding Hood. They all had a cup of tea. Then they played hide and seek. Then they did dancing. Then they did drawing. Then they had another cup of tea. And another. The wolf and Grandmama were getting quite tired. But then Very Little Red Riding Hood remembered something. Or somebody. "I don't know where my mummy is," said Very Little Red Riding Hood. "I want my mummy." Very Little Red Riding Hood was very upset. Grandmama tried a story. She tried a hug. She tried Red Teddy. "Mr. Wolf, we're in trouble," she said. "Can you help?" So the wolf tried. "Oh, what big, wet eyes you have," he said. "Oh, what a big, snotty nose you have," he said. And then, "Oh, what a big, red mouth you have," said the wolf. "And I'm going to give you a great big tickle." So the wolf tickled Very Little Red Riding Hood. He tickled her arms, her ribs, and her toes. He tickled her chin, her ears, and her nose. Very Little Red Riding Hood stopped crying. She laughed. She laughed and laughed and laughed. And then she fell asleep. And they all slept happily ever after. The end.